In the high-octane world of combat sports, one truth remains absolute. The final bell always rings. For legendary UFC fighter Luke Rockhold, a recent, devastating knockout loss might be the clearest sign yet that his final curtain call is overdue. The scene was the Misfits Series 22, Ring of Thrones event in Manchester, where Rockhold stepped into the boxing ring for the first time. His opponent was none other than his former UFC rival, Darren Till, and the result was as brutal as it was heartbreaking. This event was a stark reminder of the evolving landscape of combat sports, where former UFC superstars like Tony Ferguson, Darren Till, and Luke Rockhold are finding a new home in the burgeoning influencer boxing scene. The night had its highs, including a much-needed victory for Tony Ferguson, who finally broke an agonizing losing streak with a finish over Salt Pappy. The relief felt by fans worldwide was palpable, setting the stage for what promised to be an explosive main event. The tension between Rockhold and Till was far more than just showmanship. It was raw, genuine animosity. At the official weigh-ins, Till had to be physically restrained by security as he lunged at Rockhold. That same fire fueled Till when he stepped into the ring. From the moment the first bell rang, he pressured Rockhold relentlessly. The first round ended with a gut-wrenching moment as Till dropped Rockhold with a massive left hand. Saved only by the bell, Rockhold barely made it back to his feet, a clear sign that this was not going to be a good night. While Rockhold managed to make it through the second round, his luck ran out soon after. Till landed a vicious, hellacious combination that utterly folded the former UFC middleweight champion, knocking him out cold. It was a terrifying sight, the kind of knockout that makes everyone in the arena hold their breath. The aftermath of this brutal loss has sparked a vital conversation about Rockhold's future in combat sports. Legendary UFC referee Mark Goddard, a man who has seen it all, didn't hesitate to weigh in. On social media, he congratulated Till on his impressive win, but also made a poignant plea to Rockhold. With the greatest of respect, Luke shouldn't be doing this anymore. A genuine MMA middleweight great, he doesn't need to sustain this kind of damage at this stage. Goddard's words carry immense weight. They are not a critique of Rockhold's heart or his career, but a compassionate call for a great fighter to walk away on his own terms. Rockhold has nothing left to prove. His legacy as a UFC middleweight great is already cemented. The damage from a knockout like this is a steep price to pay for a payday, and it's a price that can leave a lasting impact on a fighter's health and well-being. So, where does Darren Till go from here? His sensational KO victory has undoubtedly boosted his stock in the influencer boxing world. In his post-fight interview, he wasted no time in calling out several high-profile influencers, but he also set his sights on a much bigger, more experienced target. Former boxing world champion Carl Froch, who was sitting ringside. Till's decision to storm out of the ring and try to hit a rise out of Froch was a bold move, but the retired champion remained stoic and unbothered. Froch, a vocal critic of the influencer boxing scene, has long maintained that it's not real boxing. Yet a massive payday might just be enough to tempt him out of retirement for one final fight. A potential bout between the two would be a clash of worlds, a professional boxer with a Hall of Fame career against a talented MMA fighter who has found new life in a rapidly growing combat sport. For now, the questions remain. Will Luke Rockhold heed the advice of a respected veteran like Mark Goddard and hang up his gloves for good? And will Darren Till's challenge be enough to draw a legend like Carl Froch back into the ring? The only thing that's certain is that the world of combat sports is never short on drama, and the line between competition and spectacle is becoming more blurred than ever. The world of combat sports is full of incredible highs and devastating lows. For Luke Rockhold, his recent venture into influencer boxing became a painful reminder of this reality. stepping into the ring for the first time against former rival Darren Till. Rockhold's night ended in a brutal, knockout loss that has ignited a firestorm of conversation among fans and experts alike. The fight itself was a tense affair, fueled by real-world animosity that was evident from the pre-fight weigh-ins. Till's relentless pressure from the opening bell paid off, culminating in a vicious knockout that left Rockhold on the canvas. The scene was difficult to watch, prompting legendary UFC referee Mark Goddard to offer some heartfelt advice. Goddard, who has seen countless fighters step into and out of the spotlight, urged Rockhold to consider retirement, emphasizing that a fighter of his caliber